Hey Sergio, you know what time it is?
Breakfast time?
No, you're so stupid. It's trailer time.
Shit.
For our first episode, oh crap. Um,
There
for our first trailer, we got
you go.
Despicable Me 4, the fourth entry into the Despicable Me franchise.
I'm
Not
surprised
counting,
they're gonna do this again.
and we're not counting the Minions movies. Those are prequels and also their own franchise in itself.
I mean, it makes sense. Although it is interesting to see like how they're going back to like the present time instead of like the past.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so we're gonna start the trailer, and we'll be back with our reaction.
Popper.
And we're back. So, Sergio, what do you think of the trailer for Despicable Me 4?
To be
Despicable.
honest, the trailer is very inconsistent on what it is that it's trying to convey the story. It seems like at first like it's about Gru trying to bond with his child who doesn't seem to like him all that much. But then it goes into like this little part of the of a heist, which doesn't really make much sense because technically he's supposed to be like an agent now against like evil, right?
Right?
But then it transforms into like a bunch of other scenes where he goes into like witness protection and a bunch of other stuff. I actually saw like this trailer before, and I also saw like this other guy react to it, and it does kind of bring up a few questions that I thought would actually be should be addressed. I do have a few theories about what it was. At first, I thought it was going to be like the heist was going to be like a flashback to like Gru's career in evil, and then it was gonna be, and because like the grandma kind of looked like the guy who came out with like that little shrimp thing that says I want to get revenge on Gru,
Oh,
but his baby's there, which kind of throws my theory out the window. So I'm kind of trying to think of like what it is that they're trying to do, and also why it is that why it is it seems like he went back to villainy or something like that.
okay. So, little thing about the casting for this movie. They have for those two villains you saw in that Bugmobile. It was Will Ferrell and Sofia Vergara as the new villains.
Sofia Vergara, can you remind me who she is again?
She
I know Will
was
Ferrell.
she was Gloria in Modern Family, who's Ed O'Neill's wife. Okay, she was the Colombian wife in Modern Family. If that makes it make sense to
Oh,
you.
oh,
Yeah.
oh.
What do you mean? Oh,
Oh no, it's just that it's been a while since I don't watch Modern Family all that long, so it took me a second to picture her
oh,
because like I've only seen her in Modern Family, I believe, and in the other places that I've seen her, I have not seen too much of her. I don't know much about the work she does besides Modern Family.
oh. But you know Will Ferrell, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. He's a part of almost everyone's childhood.
Yeah, and even the funniest thing about this whole thing is when the first Despicable Me came out, it came out a couple months. I think I'm not sure before or after Megamind came out, and the comparisons were going through the roof, saying, "Oh, we have two animated movies about these villains who become good by the end of the movie." And now Will Ferrell's in this movie as a villain, and Gru's the hero still.
Mm.
I thought it was pretty funny. And
This
also,
does seem like a pretty good comparison, but I don't know.
yeah, me
I
neither.
wanted to say something else, but I can't think of it. We'll continue.
The weirdest thing I noticed with this and a Mario movie with Illumination, I guess they don't want to be tied with Universal as much anymore because their logo's not before the movie anymore. You notice that?
Uh, no, actually, now that you mention it, I think so. I don't think I paid attention to that many movies because like I don't usually pay attention to logos as much as you do. But I have noticed like in Illumination movies, they don't always show Universal. I'm not sure if it's because like Illumination is starting to do like more independent movies for
No,
themselves.
no, they're still doing Universal movies. Like it's all through Universal. They own it.
No,
But
no, no. I mean like Illumination is going is like sending out movies that don't necessarily need the distribution that Universal does. Or like they're trying to rely less on that. Well, they still do with it, but just like not as much.
I guess so because also in the Mario movie, they cut the opening to the Universal logo like in half. Like you have half the opening and then they just cuts the end of it. It was
Hmm.
weird. Like they were rushing. Like okay, we got the Universal logo. Let's go next one. Illumination. We take 5 minutes for that one. Now we got to the movie. I just thought it was a little thing to point out.
Mm. I think that's more corporate and something that's going on behind the scenes, like with legal rights and stuff like that, or
Yeah,
like something else with that because Marvel Universal has done a bunch of other stuff. But we'll see and wait and see what happens. Just keep an eye out for any news articles that come up with anything about the standpoints of these companies.
right. Let's also talk about the animation. Like, holy crap, this looks way better than other. Like, they. Illumination's movies get only better as they go along, animation wise. You can say what you will about the story, but the animation, it's all on the screen. I remember back in the day when you used to have like Sing, and almost every other animal was a crocodile, like the
Oh
same
yeah.
model.
Oh yeah, but then Sing 2 came out and you can tell there was a clear
Oh,
difference.
Sing 2 is so much better than first one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, watch your language, young man.
Oh please, you can blur it out.
I don't want to, man. You think that's easy?
No, but it gives you more work and keeps you busy, doesn't it?
Oh, thank you, Dad. Thanks. I really appreciate it.
Don't you want to be busy?
Well, everybody wants something, and I want to rule the world.
I want the moon.
I don't get it.
Then you haven't seen the first one.
No, I saw the first one. I just don't get it. How it's funny. Anyway, uh, Despicable Me 4 hitting theaters July 3rd. All right, for our next one, we have my most anticipated movie of 2024, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Oh, yeah. You ready, Sergio? You ready for this one?
Is this the first trailer, the first official trailer, or is
It's
it like what number is it?
it's the official trailer. Last one we saw was a teaser trailer.
Oh, okay. All right, let's get into it.
All right, we'll be right back.
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
And we're back. Oh my god. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Holy crap. Oh my god. I can't scream so loud because we have neighbors and I don't want to disrupt their night. But I'm restraining myself right now for how excited I am for this.
Oh, I know. You called me on the phone several times, screaming at top of your lungs, saying how excited you are for this.
Yes. It's everything I wanted and more. This is like, Sergio, how do you feel about the trailer?
To me, it feels like I'm not sure if it's just because we just watched the second one, but I feel like it pays more homage to that one than it does like to the other ones.
What do you mean?
Mostly because like who was the guy that like grabbed that ball and had his hand frozen? It looked like the guy from like the second movie.
What do you mean?
It
Oh,
looked like the artist from the second movie.
oh, I know what you're talking about. You're thinking of Janusz.
Yes, George or George. I don't know how to say his
I
name.
think it's Janusz or something like that.
Janusz?
Yeah,
Janusz?
that's not him. He's too young in this, this trailer.
Well, it looks like him. But I get it. But it seems like it would be like that. Also, it looks like I saw in a few scenes like there was this new girl that was in the team. So I'm guessing they're gonna have like different other recruits as they're trying to like put the as they bring the team back together and as they try to like get a foothold into like the company again.
Is this someone new in the trailer? Who do you mean? I only saw
The girl with the blonde braids.
the girl with the blonde braids.
Yeah, you see her? You saw her?
That's like the person next to Paul Rudd.
No.
I, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. You're losing it, man.
No, I
Wait.
see her.
Oh, the person next to fake Janusz. I don't think that's a Ghostbuster.
But she had a proton pack and it was freezing. That hurt.
Wait, we're just to give everyone an understanding. We're scrolling through the trailer to see where Sergio thinks he saw a Ghostbuster. Um,
No, not Ghostbuster. Just a girl who, like, at some point during the movie is gonna have a proton pack. I'm not sure if she's gonna be an actual Ghostbuster.
oh, you mean Melnitz, the receptionist from the first movie,
No, she was darker, and it looked like she bleached her hair.
the Lucky from the first movie, the girl, like the not the girlfriend, but the friend of Finn Wolfhard.
I don't remember. How long has it been since we saw that movie, by the way?
Which one? Afterlife,
Yeah.
2019.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty long time ago. Oh, wow. We should probably rewatch that so we can get an idea of who might be in this movie.
Well, I think now might be a good time to announce that in the month of March, it's gonna be all Ghostbusters themed. We're gonna be watching Ghostbusters 1, 2, 3, Wait, no. 1, 2, the reboot, Afterlife, and we're ending it with Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Yeah. I know you're all excited for that. Yeah.
Wait, did you say you wanted to skip number 3?
No.
Or there was no number 3?
We're going all in, Sergio. We're watching all the Ghostbusters movies.
Were there 3 before, or were there only 2?
There's only 2. There's 2 in the main canonical movies in 1984 and 1989. Then 2016 they tried rebooting it with Paul Feig directing it, and then they ditched that idea, and now it's just back to the 1 and 2 being canon.
Mm.
And basically, Afterlife is 3 basically.
All right then.
Yeah.
Oh, on to the next trailer.
No, I have more to say.
Oh.
God. Anyway, the references in this trailer, that's the one thing I'm a little worried about. Like, every other shot is a reference to something else. We already noticed Paul Rudd saying, "Bustin' makes me feel good."
Yeah, reference to the song.
Yeah, it's a reference to the song. At first I was like, how does he know that? But then I realized in the second movie, they have the song in the movie with them playing as kids, playing for kids. But then also they got Slimer in here. We also got the lines in front of the library in New York from the first movie. Remember that, Sergio?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, me being a kid, I thought that the line was going to come to life, like become a ghost in the movie. Because they focus it so much in the first movie. But that's for our review for Ghostbusters coming up soon. I'm not going to get into that here. But any predictions to say for this movie?
What was that?
Any predictions?
No, it seems pretty straightforward that they find this relic, or like someone sells Raymond a relic of some kind of sphere, and then they tamper with it a bit, and they find this ghost that has the power to freeze the entire city. Then they have to find a way to defeat it. Well, because like they're trying to get the Ghostbusters brand off the ground again. Because like ever since like the first ones like disbanded and like retired, the Ghostbusters haven't really been active, so they're trying to pick it back up.
Right. Also, I think it's funny that they got William Atherton back in here. Is that his name? Like, the guy that ran the EPA in the first movie.
EPA.
Environmental Protection Agency.
I'm not sure if that's his name.
Walter Peck. That's what I'm thinking of. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh shit! I was wondering why you said
I'm sorry.
William Atherton. I was like, don't you know it's Five Nights at Freddy's?
I meant to say Walter Peck from Ghostbusters 1. But they better have Sigourney Weaver back in here, though. That's the one thing I do want.
Is he the accountant?
Rick Moranis?
Oh yeah.
You think he's gonna be back in here?
They're bringing back most of them. I'm not sure if he will come back, but I don't know. I mean, he might come back for like just like a little cameo, but it doesn't seem like he's gonna be in a big part of the movie if he does come back.
Probably, but everything else looks really good, and Patton Oswalt's in it, and he like everything nerd wise. Patton Oswalt is the guy that was. He was the voice of Remy. He's almost every comic book thing. He always talks about it. He's like Kevin Smith, but for more nerds. Anyway, this is my favorite, most anticipated movie of the year. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, coming out March 28th. No, sorry, scratch that, reverse it. March 22nd, and we'll see you on the review.
All right, on to the next trailer.
All right. Next up, we have Cat Person going straight to Hulu. Do you know anything about Cat Person?
Cat Person.
Cat Person.
No, I can't say I know anything about Cat Person. I have a cat, and they're a menace, but I don't know anything about this Cat Person.
Well, great, Sergio. Now you have cat people wanting to dislike our video. Are you happy about that?
What do you mean? Anybody who has a cat or any kind of other gremlin kind of pet, either it be a dog, cat, or bird, would acknowledge that their pet is a gremlin.
That's very specious of you, Sergio. That's very specious of you.
That's not specious.
Yes, it is.
No, because my cat won't leave me alone, and it always bothers me. But he likes to hang out with me every now and again.
But you said all cats.
No, I said I have a cat, and he's a menace. And I said, like, anybody who has, like, a gremlin kind of pet who messes with you. Do you not know what gremlin means when they refer to a pet?
Yes.
Then yeah, that's what I mean. Anyone who has that kind of personality with their pet.
Okay, let's just get into this trailer, because this has nothing to do with what we're talking about. We'll be right back after this. And we're back. So, Sergio, what do you think of the trailer for Cat Person?
To be honest, the tone was kind of like it shifted, but it shifted pretty well, but it also made me kind of like thinking like, what is it this movie is about? Because at first it seemed like just like these two people who are trying to make things work, even though they have no idea what's going on. Kind of like what people do in like their first relationships kind of thing, where like everything's awkward. They're just trying to see how things work out. Then it gets into this like creepiness where like they regret being with or she regrets being with him, and then he gets kind of like a stalkerish vibe where like he makes her feel uncomfortable because it's kind of like threatening. And then it goes into kind of this kind of comedic with how all the ways like it shows kind of like scenes of him dying. I think that's just her like brain daydreaming about him dying, but who's to say? But anyway, I found it really interesting that these words came up throughout the like between scenes, saying like men are afraid of what women would say, while women are afraid of what men might do, which was kind of like profound in a way, and I found it really interesting. It seems like an interesting kind of film, and does look like it might have some really like serious topics, but it seems a bit inconsistent for me to get a feel of what this movie is really about.
Well said, actually. I just thought this might be like sort of a dark thriller slash comedy in a way, where it's gonna
So
have
like a
humor.
dark humor?
Yeah, dark humor. Where yes, it's gonna have serious topics focusing on it, but it's gonna focus on the how crazy it is that this is happening, or like to go to like crazy levels where like how did we get from here to there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I find it hard for it to do it with something as serious as like stalking or like kind of threatening when a woman feels like she is like being followed or being unsafe in certain places. And it does seem like she hallucinates on a few things, or like she gets so scared that she starts seeing things like the ants that were on her shoes, which seems like it could be like a form of her feeling like she's backed into a corner or something like that.
Right. I can't really say on this saying this as a male like myself. I never really had that fear that women must feel every day going to like having to stay in the middle of the night after work, going to our car or going down an alley. It must be terrifying to think that because not all men are nice people, and it's
That
scary
is
to think
true.
that.
And the sad part is that some men actually do act like this guy in the film, then end up doing a 180 where they turn out to be like this really strange or really like creepy or very like threatening kind of person.
Right. And like, because it's all seem like it's all demeanor and how charismatic you are as a person. Because it's scary how the most psychotic people are usually the most charismatic. That's how they lead their victims in a way.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to get dark right now or something like that, but it's usually a light show. But it just bring up all these thoughts that I had about this whole topic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. I've dealt with these kind of situations. Yeah, this would probably bring into perspective like some fears that women would have whenever they are like alone with like a man, or like if they feel like uncomfortable with someone in their life that feels like a living threat.
Right. Well, I don't want to bring it down anymore than we already did. Oh, how are we gonna get from here to the next one? I don't
Well,
know.
then let's see what the other trailer has in store.
All right. Cat Person coming out February 9th. Oh my god, I might be coming out before I finish editing this episode. Who knows?
Oh
Maybe
wow.
I might be just so good at editing, I'll just get done less in a day like that. I snapped my hands if it didn't sound like I did. But yeah, Cat Person, February 9th, going on Hulu. Next up, we got Tarot or Taro. How do you call those cards that people use? Is it tarot?
Tarot cards. I think so. I don't know. Someone will correct us anyways.
I don't want that. Let me check right now because I don't want any comments saying, "No, actually it's tarot."
Tarot.
Shut up. Yes, not.
No, I thought that's how they were saying because there's a T at the end.
Oh, I thought you were trying to make fun of my last name.
Mm.
Tarot.
Well, there we
Tarot.
go. Tarot.
Okay. Tarot.
Yeah, tarot. The trail for tarot.
Tarot. Tarot.
Tarot.
Remember,
Tarot. And we'll be right back after this.
Pick a card, any card.
And we're back. So, Sergio, what do you think of tarot?
Tarot. It seems it actually reminds me a lot of a Ouija board, where it seems like to be like this weird game that has to do with like witchcraft or like the like the magic or something like that, the magic of spirits. Seems to like delve into like this kind of paranormal, supernatural, like kind of horror thing.
I noticed that too. Like it. doesn't seem like anything that new. I mean, I'm tired. I'm kind of tired of dumb teenagers doing dumb teenage things by trying to tempt fate or demonic things. But
Are they
also,
teenagers or are they like more grown adults that are just being dumb for the sake of being dumb? Because I'm not sure the actual age of the actors, because sometimes they usually are just teenagers, but like they have like more grown actors, and sometimes they actually do are just like in college or something like that.
okay, let's say they're freshmen or sophomores at college.
Yeah, because they seem to be at least like 17 if they are going to go for like the teen kind of thing. Because they are alone in this house where they find the cards.
Might be their parents' house. I guess might be abandoned.
But then why? But then I would bring up the question of who will use the Tarot cards.
Good question, actually. I didn't think about that.
You know, it would be interesting to see this movie to see like if there's any story behind it, or if it's just a bunch of like creepy pasta like kind of cards that were drawn and then they use as like these kind of horror creatures.
This gave me Slenderman vibes. Not the game, but the movie, the bad
I haven't
movie.
seen that, but to me it feels more like or Ouija board or what's the other one?
Bye Bye Man.
No, by Man, it was more that was more like Lights Out. There's something else, but I'll think about it later.
All right.
Anyways, actually, there's an interesting story about the tarot cards. They're actually not about they're actually used in
Mm,
fortune telling, but they are not actually inherently
mm.
evil or anything like this. And the cards are actually supposed to represent like different events, death, and the death card actually does not mean death itself. It usually means like new beginnings or the end of one journey and the beginning of a new journey.
I can only remember it because of remember Princess and the Frog with the Shadow Man or Voodoo Man, and he's like, "Now you young men are from across the sea."
Oh yeah, the other
The
friend song.
cards,
Yeah,
yes.
the other
I love that
the
song. I
other
love that
side
movie.
song. Yeah, I remember that. I still listen to it, but yeah, the tarot cards don't actually do those kind of things. They don't actually like tell you about someone about a particular person. They're kind of like just like a kind of like just any other cards where they just tell about certain like fortunes. Like some like mean like something's like some events about to happen. Like I always said, death usually means like the end of a journey into a new one. And there are some others that that usually mean something else, like courage, fortune, or some other thing like that. But they're not usually meant for like something like this, like or like something that's inherently evil or talking to spirits. No.
Well, I guess that's you're using creative liberty for this, then I guess.
Yeah. That does make me curious, but though, like, if these tarot cards aren't like the ones that we have that are usually used in practice, then I'm wondering like what kind of like origin are they from?
Hmm. I also like that there's two main actors I noticed in this trailer that I want to point out. One is Jacob Batalon from Spider-Man: Homecoming and the basically the Spider-Man Home trilogy. He
Oh yeah,
was
he was also
Ned.
in Lyft as this like as this digital artist.
Really? You saw
Yeah,
Lift?
he had this NFT. It was at the beginning of the movie of that movie. It's on
Oh
Netflix.
wait, what
But yeah, he has a very small role in it.
NFTs?
Yeah, NFTs like it's a digital art
I'm
piece
aware
that
of
he.
NFT, Sergio. It was 2024. I thought NFTs were dead now.
No, it's just like in there because it's supposed to be like this really high advanced kind of piece that there's only one of it because it's on a very specific file
Mm.
that cannot be accessed without his password key. So they steal it.
Alrighty then.
I recommend watching that movie Lift. It's pretty good.
All right, Sergio recommends Lift. Everyone, go watch Lift. And the other actress I noticed was, I think her name is Avantika. She was Karen in the Mean Girls musical reboot remake.
Which one's Karen? I don't remember all their
Sh-
names.
She was the one dressing up in Halloween and had the song "Sexy."
Oh.
Yeah, she's blowing up now. She was in like this and also the show Sex Life for college girls.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen that one, but she seems to have a pretty lot of variety for for like the movies she's done. Because she did a kind of like musical comedy, and she did like this what was how would you describe the show?
I it's called The Sex Lives of College Girls on Max.
How would you describe it?
I don't
Like the
know.
genre?
It's this movie about it's a show about college girls and their sex lives. I don't really know how to describe it besides that because I haven't watched it yet. I've been meaning
Oh.
to.
Well, she seems to have a pretty good like kind of like a variety of genres under her belt so far.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what she does next. All right, let's go to the next one. This one right here, Sergio, I'm really excited for this one. I guess you could sort of see why based on what I'm showing right now, but to get everyone caught up, the next trailer we have is Welcome Home Franklin, the new Apple TV Plus special for the Peanuts favorite, Franklin.
So it's
And
a spin-off of one of the Peanuts characters.
the special, it's not really a spin-off.
Oh, is it like a movie length or is it like just like a extended episode?
They didn't say yet,
Oh,
but
okay, so it's mostly just a teaser.
yeah, we'll be right back after this.
You just want me to come running up to kick that ball so you can pull it away and see me land flat on my back and kill myself.
And we're back. And I looked it up, Sergio. This is going to be a 39-minute special on Apple TV Plus.
Oh, so like an extended kind of episode.
Yeah, this looks so... I'm so happy to see this, man. We don't have enough Franklin love in the Peanuts media. I'm glad we have something now to showcase it, especially in Black History Month, too.
Oh, yeah. You know, this reminds me of the comic when they first introduced Franklin, where like during like segregation, I believe, where it wasn't normal to have a white boy and whites and blacks in the same like kind of swimming area, and to kind of combat that, and to kind of like be kind of like critical of that, the creator of Charlie Brown actually created Franklin for the purpose of showing him and Charlie Brown playing in the same water.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So I
Yeah,
guess...
it was very interesting, and it seems like actually I remember somebody talking about this, like how when Franklin was introduced in the show, he was mostly like kind of seen as like kind of a stereotype because he was always dancing and breakdancing to like breakdancing kind of music. And so it does seem I am interested to see like see this, and the animation is pretty good, and it gives homage to the original comics.
Right. I love the shading for it, too. Like, the animation seemed fluid. I was like the Apple TV Plus specials for Peanuts. I was very skeptical at Seaverse because I'm very much in favor of the old school ones with the same voice actors. But I know they're kids, so they have to make them change as they go along. Like I tolerated it with the Peanuts movie that came out a couple years ago. I really love that movie, and I got over my personal biases with the movie. So this might be a case where I might have to just watch this. And if I like it, I'll watch the other specials and TV shows that they made for Apple TV Plus.
I'm
Because
kind of curious to see how this is gonna go because as we see in this trailer that it's mostly gonna be focused on the relationship between Charlie Brown and Franklin. So I'm kind of curious to see how this is gonna go about.
right. Also, there's a scene where they said, "Hey, Franklin, we saved you a seat over here." I know why they brought that in the trailer. So, have you ever seen the Thanksgiving special that they did?
I think I might have, but I don't remember anything about it.
So basically, Charlie Brown and his sister Sally were about to go to visit Thanksgiving with their grandparents. But right before he leaves, he gets a call from Peppermint Patty saying, "Hey Chuck, how's it going? Hey, yeah, you want to have can't wait to have dinner at your house for Thanksgiving. You ready for it, Chuck? All right, cool. Later, bye." Not let him speak at all. So he gets ready. He has Snoopy make all the food because he doesn't know how to make anything besides toast. And so you see Snoopy making popcorn, ice cream, pizza, basically stuff you don't have for Thanksgiving. And once all the gang comes over, Peppermint Patty's like, "What is this? Where's the pumpkin pie? Where's the mashed potatoes, Chuck?" Like, you gave me less than an hour notice for all of this. This is the best I can do. And the final shot is them eating Thanksgiving food. The only person that's not on the same side as everyone else is Franklin on the other side of the table.
Oh. Was that due to the times of like when the show was out, or was it just like just was it just like a nothing coincidence?
I thought it was a coincidence because clearly the creator didn't had a passion for Franklin to be on the show. So I'm guessing that it might have just been a coincidence. But that's just my opinion. I don't like thinking of hate the worst in people, especially for something like this, because it seems like you can't really have hate for a show like if you want to do a Peanuts special. You can't have emotion in your mind when you make it. You know what I mean?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone out there saying, "Yeah, let's put the black man right away from all the other white people. Yeah, let's make people like that."
When did the show come out?
It wasn't really a show. It was just a bunch of specials that came out throughout the course of like a couple of years. And then they made movies and that went to theaters.
When did they come out? The Thanksgiving one?
Thanksgiving? I don't know. Let me check. It came out in 1973.
Wasn't that right after like the Civil Rights era in the 60s?
I don't think that had anything to do with this, though.
Oh, wait, Civil Rights. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, no, it's cool. But I still don't think that's the reason why they had it like this. I just really. What do you think of it, Sergio? Do you think it was a fluke or a coincidence?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think just having Franklin on there was revolutionary enough, mostly because like that's not something that usually happens on like that happened a lot back then.
Like saying that they filled a quota?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome Home Franklin, coming out on Apple TV Plus on February 16th. All right. For the next one, we got Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate, a new movie going on Peacock, of all places. And
Wait, it's a movie? I thought it was a show.
this is a movie. Or we'll be back with our reaction.
And I love you, random citizen.
And we're back. The animation, man. Let's see how you think about it first, Sergio. What do you think?
Okay. Obviously, the animation sucks. They don't even have the same voice actors, do they? Because I know Will Ferrell.
Do you think that's Will Ferrell?
Huh?
Do you think that's Will Ferrell?
No, not at all.
Oh my
I don't know who it
god!
is, but it does not match. And it looks like it was supposed to be like a low budget, like kind of series, and they just moved into a movie, kind of like how they did with like Buck Wild, the series for like Buck in the Ice Age.
This looks no. Buck Wild looked a little better than this. I mean, this just all the texture's gone. All the texture,
Yeah,
everything.
and it seems like Megamind didn't ha is like went back on some of the character like development he had during the movie because he's I don't remember him being this self-absorbed at the end of the movie.
He wasn't, but we have to make comedy happen, Sergio. So
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. Like
and
I don't remember Megamind being like this,
and
at
this is
least by the end of the movie, which was his journey to become a hero.
Sergio. There's a thing with cartoons making TV movies or TV shows. They always have this one thing where there's a point in the movie where they have these characters and they want to leave them there. With the Aladdin TV show from Disney, they had him still be Aladdin's genie. Like he still has the cuffs on him and everything, even though in the movie he was released because we need to have the reason to have the genie still there. And I think in the Little Mermaid, she's still a Little Mermaid. So they're doing that same thing where they're leaving the characters in that stuck area of the movie that they like, but also a way to keep them evolving, but also have the events of the in the first movie still happen.
I can tell they didn't really put a whole lot of work into this.
We
This
just
is really, really disappointing.
it sucks.
I can see. I've heard like some like hate on this like new in this new Megamind movie, and but I can see why people hate it so much.
When I heard that they're making a Megamind TV series, I'm like, oh, it might be a limited series with Will Ferrell because he's on TV before. He might do it again. No, this is not that. And this is everything. I'm kind of more mad at myself because I should have expected this from DreamWorks because every single one of their properties has a TV show that's not as good as the movie at all.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only ones that they don't have a TV show for is Ants and The Prince of Egypt.
Yeah.
Even Shrek has Penguins of Madagascar and Puss in Boots. Croods has two actually, and Boss Baby has one. Oh god, Madagascar. Yeah, and they all suck. Kung Fu Panda has like 5 of them.
Kung Fu Panda one isn't that bad, but yeah, it's not as good as the movies.
Yeah, but this looks weirdly enough. They show a lot of clips from the movie in this trailer. I think it's just to mess with your mind, saying, "Hey, the animation looks just as good. Can't you tell?"
I think it's just for nostalgia, saying like, "Hey, your favorite character's back."
I guess so. Yeah, and also trying to make toys because they all look like action figures.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I don't know any kids that play with action figures anymore.
They're just trying to come up with some way to make merchandise and make money off it. That's what every company does when they ever try to make like movies like these or shows like these too, with like characters that obviously look like kind of like action figures. They're just trying to sell something.
Yeah, and the writing for it, they have the same writers come back from the movie, so that's why I gave him hope, saying maybe it might get Will Ferrell back. But no, I can't even really laugh at the jokes in the trailer because when I think is a joke's funny, I just think back at what it looks like, and I'm like, this does not accompany what I'm seeing right now. Like him saying like, that's too bad for them. Oh wait, I'm a hero. That could be funny, but the delivery was off.
Yeah, you can tell like some of the lip syncing is kind of bad for the characters.
Right, but that's also the trailer too, so it might be different audio for the trailer.
Yeah, it might be, but still though, it doesn't look nearly as good as what it could have been.
Yeah, and do you think they're gonna keep Megamind and Roxanne as a couple in this, or just friends?
It looks like they might just be just friends because like even though we see like very limited stuff, it does look like Roxanne still like with like hangs out with Megamind every from now and again. Like you can see them hanging out together. So I'm not sure. They might be because this does seem like you said, but and they might just like be friends because like you said before, like how like they keep the character in a certain part, like like how they were in the movie at a certain point to keep them evolving. So I'm guessing they are gonna be like pretty good friends. Then I don't know. I can't really get too much from this because like everything just seems so flat in this whatever this film is.
Yeah, and the TV show's not gonna look as good either. What if it looks worse than this?
Oh no, they're gonna if that were to happen, everyone would just say just stop and it would just go they would just cancel it altogether.
They're not gonna cancel it. You know how many seasons the Cruise has?
How many?
7. You
Is
know how
it
many?
the 2D one?
Yeah. You know how many seasons the Fast and Furious TV show has?
Fast and Furious TV show?
Yeah.
No.
It's like 6. All like a year apart from each other too.
Mm.
It's not going anywhere for the next few years. I feel bad for everyone working on this.
Yeah.
Anyway, Megamind
But to
versus
be fair, it doesn't seem like they put a whole lot of work into this.
yeah, they put their C list team on it, and so Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate going on Peacock on March 1st. If you really want to just watch more Megamind, I don't really. Oh god, this is getting me bummer. This made me mad. I'm gonna go to the next trailer. Next up, we have a Super Bowl ad for the new movie If, with Ryan Reynolds and John Krasinski directing. You ready for this, Sergio?
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this.
Imaginary friends are freeloaders invented by communists to rip off welfare.
And we're back. So, Sergio, what do you think of the trailer for If? Or the teaser, nonetheless. Or actually, the featurette, nonetheless.
Well, we have seen the trailer before. I believe we reacted to it. And honestly, it's pretty much the same. It seems like a very interesting premise, and the animation is surprisingly very good for like the imaginary friends. And I said this before, it reminds me a lot of imaginary like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Right, Cartoon Network.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't notice anything else different from that trailer?
Mm,
Are you kidding me?
no, besides the actors, no, I'm not really sure what the impact is.
Do you not know this guy?
No, I know
the guy
who
that
he
plays.
is. I'm just not sure his role in the movie.
Do you not know the joke though?
No, I don't think I get the joke.
Okay, so there was a scene from The Office, like a cold open, where that actor that plays him in this trailer, he basically act like he was Jim, and to just mess with what's his name, Rainn Wilson. What was the nerdy guy's name with the beet farm?
I have no idea.
Right, you have his Dwight. Just to mess with Dwight. He
Oh
always
yeah, Dwight. Oh yeah.
throughout the show, he would always prank Dwight in weird ways, by like putting his stapler in Jello, or in this case, he actually
Oh
made.
yeah, I remember that. Like he's just like, God damn it, put my staple in the Jello again.
Yeah. We'll be right back. I'm gonna show him to get on his context. I'm gonna show Sergio that scene with Asian Jim. That's what it's called on the YouTube page. I'll be right back.
Morning, Dwight. Who are you?
Who am I? I'm Jim. We've been working together for 12 years. Weird joke, Dwight.
You're not Jim. Jim's not Asian.
You seriously never noticed? Hey, hats off to you for not seeing race.
All right then, Jim. Why don't you tell me about that sale that you made yesterday?
Wellington Systems sold them 10 cases of 24-pound letter stock. Or were you talking about Krieger Murphy? Because I didn't close that one yet. But I'm hoping I've got a voicemail from Paul Krieger waiting for me.
Please enter your password. You have one new message.
How did you? No. That is sensitive information only for employees, not outsiders.
Dwight, cut it out. I'm trying to work.
You don't work here. You're not Jim.
I got us that dinner reservation. Greco 7:30.
Oh, great. Can't wait.
Jim's at the dentist this morning, and Steve is an actor friend of ours.
I don't know who you are, but you are not Jim. This is Jim. Oh, dude. How did...
Oh, I love this show. That's one of the most famous bits throughout the whole run of the show.
Oh yeah, I tried getting into The Office, but like I couldn't get past the first season, so I just mostly look at the funny quick skips every now clips every now and again.
Dude, you gotta just push through to season 1. Like you told me what Star Wars or Clone Wars, it only gets better.
You said you only watched one episode of that.
No, I watch all of The Office.
No, I mean of Clone Wars.
I know. I try to make it seem like you're talking about make it seem like I was talking about The Office.
I watched several episodes of The Office, but it just didn't really stick.
You watched several episodes of episode 1. That's not the same. No one likes episode 1.
I've seen the other episodes.
You've seen clips from the other episodes. It's not the same. There's 9 seasons worth. Oh wait, is there 9 seasons? Yeah, I believe there are 9 seasons worth of content that you're missing out on because you only saw a couple of bad eggs. There's a reason why people say it's the #1 show. It is not because of the first season.
Yeah, it's funny, mostly because of very, very little parts inside the episodes. But after that, like, to me, it just seems like everything else is just a bunch of skits that don't really make much sense. There's only ever a few parts that I actually find funny.
You should probably watch more episodes of The Office, Sergio.
All right, then.
All right. Yeah, If. Coming out May 17th. Funny enough, our next trailer is for the new horror movie from Blumhouse called Imaginary. We'll be right back after this.
Was that the imaginary talking koala?
And we're back. So, Sergio, what do you think of the trailer for Imaginary? Not to be confused with Imaginary Friends or If.
I can't really confuse it, but to me it's terrifying because it reminds me of all the horror movies I saw when I was a kid, like the possessed kind of like toy that's to be honest, I can't understand why you find it so funny, but I get it. Like you don't really see like the possessed toy or like the story involving like children as like scary. You see it as kind of funny.
Yeah. Do you want me to explain why I think it's funny?
No, because you explained it to me enough. But if you want to explain it, go ahead.
Okay. So the teddy bear is named Chauncey. And one, that's a silly name. Two, is also sort of my name, so I'm laughing at it's a teddy bear named Chauncey. Second, it's about a teddy bear with a little girl, and the little girl's crying like, I don't want to play with you anymore, Chauncey. I don't want to play with you anymore. And that's how, and he gets cuts to this bear just looking at her, just dead on the ground, thinking like, just standing there like, what's gonna happen? Oh, it's just a bear moving. It's just a bear sitting down, just looking at you with them big black eyes, them dead black eyes, which you can see everything in. That's stupid. That's silly to me. And it's literally throughout the trailer, it knows it's stupid. And the trailer is playing just by imagination, and playing it slow down like it's a Jordan Peele movie. And come on, that's funny. How is that not funny? They're taking this idea of imaginary friends literally around the same time that the other movie coming out, I think 2 months apart from the Ryan Reynolds, John Krasinski movie, and trying to make it scary. Trying to be the next Megan. This is not gonna be the next Megan, Sergio. Let's just be honest.
What do you mean next Megan? This sounds nothing like Megan.
Megan's about a little girl having a new friend that other people are worried about that starts killing people.
No, this is about like an imaginary friend that comes back to kill the people that feels like abandoned. It's like a demonic kind of thing. It reminds me more about like other movies that use like kids who see an imaginary friend or see something that the adults don't. Kind of like The Boy, or like a Paranormal Activity. Like those like those kind of like movies that are filmed from a camera point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the ones why I find this so kind of scary, because for me, it's like this is terrifying. Even about like these other ones that should make it like kind of funny. Those parts are kind of funny, but overall, the movie to me is just and for me, it's just terrifying, and I can't handle horror, and I can't see the humor in it like you do.
Man, I wish you can just see the movies I see in my eyes, because then you'll understand how funny this is.
I understand your point of view on saying this is funny because those parts are kind of funny in your point of view, but for me, it doesn't take away from the fact that this is kind of a terrifying experience for
Well,
me anyway.
Well, I think I know why. You're putting yourself in the shoes of the main characters, whereas like you're stuck in this one area and you can't really do anything about it because you're experiencing it as they are. Me, I'm experiencing it as someone
A viewer.
watching these dumb people do these dumb actions. I think that's where we differ. You know what I mean?
I think so.
Yeah, where I'm saying you could do this, but you could also do this, but you're in a moment saying, I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. There's this monster next to me. I got to do the next thing I can think of at the top of my head. Whereas, like, at the top, or at the moment, you're like, you're scared of what you can do, and me just observing from a safe point of view, saying, there's a lot of different options. If you just sit down and think, you could think of it. But that's my vision of it. That's my idea. Chauncey the bear. It's a stupid name. It's a stupid name for a teddy bear. A villain
So is
too.
Chucky for a doll.
Well, Chucky, there's like a point to it, like Chucky. Like it's like something like there's like a striking sound to it. Well, Chauncey's like Chauncey, Chauncey, Chauncey. There's nothing really scary of the word Chauncey. It's like someone like people used to call me like when I was little. People used to call me Chancey. So I'm not laughing
your
at someone.
experience with that, it kind of like numbs you to this because it doesn't seem like scary.
I guess so, because I'm hearing people. If I hear a little, I'll give another example. Like if I see a little have a little little fish plushie named Chancey, I'm not worried about killing me at the middle of the night. And that's not really something I'm worried about. Because when I hear Chancey, I just start laughing. Or like saying, oh no, here we go again. I get it, my name's like Chauncey, I get it. But then all my family members that listen to this, you can still say it. But because I love it, I love my family members, and it's a nickname that they gave me, so you can still say it, and I'll still appreciate it. I specify that.
I guess that also numbs you to it because it's kind of like an endearing nickname your family gives you. So you can't really see it as a threatening, in this kind of case, like a threatening.
Yeah, but also it's a teddy bear. So it's also that part making it not threatening either.
The teddy bear itself is not threatening. It's just that the fact that there's something ominous that's going on with the teddy bear that's threatening.
Yeah, we're never gonna meet eye to eye with this. Let's just be straight. I mean, even in the trailer, it has like I'm focusing on the wrong things. Like her plugging in that light. I noticed that the whole like there's crayons and drawings all over that plug. That's a terrible mom to let her walk like to draw right next to a lightning like a power outlet. That's bad. That's a dumb idea. Anyway, yeah. Imaginary, coming out March 8th in theaters from Blumhouse and Lionsgate. Our last trailer for today is Drive-Away Dolls, the new movie from Ethan Coen. And if that name doesn't sound familiar, he usually works with his brother John Coen on projects like they both did The Big Lebowski, Fargo, Hail Caesar, bunch of movies that are mainly comedies, but also like well-written comedies. Let's put it like that. And we're right back after this.
Check it out, man. Talk about a road trip up that Big D motel, man. You talk about the biggest names in mowers, edges, and clippers. Be there, man. It's gonna be fun.
And we're back. So, what do you think of the trailer for Driveway Dolls?
It looks interesting. It kind of reminds me of what was that movie called with Jonah Hill where he is like an arms dealer for the United States?
War Dogs?
Yes.
I haven't seen it. Is it good?
I haven't seen too much of either. I just remember from the trailer. But the whole premise was them going on this kind of, it was supposed to be an easy job to make some extra money by working for the government.
You know, Jonah Hill's sister is a cop in the trailer.
Oh no, I did not notice that.
Yeah, she's doing pretty good for herself. She was in Booksmart and Neighbors too. Let me give a synopsis for the audience. So, written by Ethan Coen and Drisha Cook, this comedy caper follows Jamie, an uninhibited free spirit, bemoaning yet another breakup with a girlfriend, and her demure friend Miriam, who desperately needs to loosen up. In search of a fresh start, the two embark on an impromptu road trip to Tallahassee, but things quickly go awry when they cross paths with a group of inept criminals along the way. There you go. I think this looks really cool. Like, it's clearly gonna be on a cheaper side of things when it comes to the movie, like budget wise. And I'm in favor of cheaper budgets for movies because it gives directors more creative ideas on how to work around situations. Because if you give a director a big budget, then usually it can blow in your face a lot easier than it would be with a lower budget. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
And also embraces your creativity. That's why you always have like rules and stuff like that when you have to do like assignments for class and stuff like that. Sometimes it embraces your creativity, saying let's think outside the box and how we can get this shot, but also budget wise be cautious about that. But otherwise, with the story, this trailer, I think it told me I could have gone without it showing the head of Pedro Pascal at the end of it, because I feel like that might be a big spoiler or like a big reveal later in the movie. I also think that the marketing team might be having a hard time trying to advertise this movie because it looks like very loose and story wise, like very basic. So I guess they're figuring out like how we're gonna advertise this. Okay, we'll just say it's an Ethan Coen movie. That's it. I don't even think, is he directing it? I think he's directing it. Yeah. So yeah. What about you?
Nothing I can say at the moment.
Alrighty then. Well, I'm good. I'm good on my end. So February 23rd, coming out in theaters, Drive Away Dolls. And that concludes today's trailer talk. Man, this is a long one. This is really long. I need coffee. Or no, I don't need coffee. I need to go to bed. I need to go wake up. I need to stop with this bit because it's not going anywhere. You have any plans over the future, Sergio? Anything coming ahead?
No, besides the usual.
And what's that?
Going to work, going to school.
Nice. Get that money, get your grades. That's the 20-year-old lifestyle. All right. Well, I'll talk to you later. I'll talk and everyone out there, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, because apparently we have to say that for our YouTube videos for the algorithm to work.
Feed the algorithm gods.
Yes, feed them so they can feed us with money. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Brick Wall Cinema at Brick Wall Cinema on YouTube and Brick Wall Cinema on Twitter, YouTube, X, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, YouTube.
You lost track, didn't you?
No. YouTube.
Spotify, X.
You made me lose count. Hold on. Let me lose track. And also Facebook. Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. Facebook. And have a cinematic day, everyone. God, I need to go to bed. Hey everyone, thanks for listening. And be sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok at Brick Wall Cinema. Have a cinematic day.